Hello students, welcome to my class. Today's class is projectile for class 11 students. Today I will speak in English, so you see the video till the end and you will be benefited. So first, projectile. What is projectile? You know that when we throw the ball, any object in this way with some initial velocity in the air, then it will move under the action of gravity. Then it will fall down on the earth. But it should not be, any engine or fuel should not be provided. Then this is called projectile. So see this one. When one object is thrown with some velocity u, then it will move in this way. Here this velocity we can divide, we can resolve this velocity in two directions, horizontal direction and vertical direction. If it is thrown with theta angle with the ground, then this side component u cos theta and vertical component u sin theta. So as this side there is no force, so this velocity will remain constant. But this side, what, gravitation is there, so this velocity will increase or decrease. When it will go up, that time its velocity gradually decrease, and from the top when it comes down, then its velocity increases. So there are different types of examples. Any object when it is thrown in this way, then that is projectile. Here in the sports, this type of competition there, shot put and javelin throw. Javelin throw in this way when we throw, then this also move in this way. Or shot put also, here if we throw with some making some angle, then also it moves in this way. So these are the examples of what? Projectile. And this path of the projectile is called trajectory. Now here, that means this object is considered by the combination of two velocity. One is horizontal component, this is vertical. So these two velocity, this will remain constant, but this one changes. So this one we have to think to calculate. Here we see that this, the time of flight means from here to here, this time when it is left, when it is thrown from this time to until it touches the ground, this time is called time of flight. And here it is what? Highest height, maximum height, and this is what? Range, horizontal range. So this one you have to calculate. So to solve this projectile problem or this quantity, we have to assume some things. That is, that in this case, that your acceleration due to gravity, this one you have to think remain constant. There is no change of this gravitation, acceleration due to gravity. Another thing, that earth is, you know that earth is in this curve, but here you have to think that this portion is straight line, and we have to neglect the your rotation of the earth. So under this assumption, we have to calculate this quantity. Now you know that there are two types of projectile. One is, see this one, this is horizontal projectile and this is oblique projectile. So today we will discuss about horizontal projectile. In this horizontal projectile, this object from the certain height from the ground, the object is thrown horizontally in this way. So when it is thrown from this one, as this side there is no force, so this velocity will remain constant. But as soon as it is left from this one, then this earth act on this object, the force is given to this object. Due to this force of gravity, what will happen? This object, this side there will be a acceleration. So due to this acceleration, this side the velocity of the object gradually come down, and due to these two velocity, this object will move in this path. So now we have to calculate the time of this path, means trajectory. Now here to calculate this one, we have to think that here as the object is thrown with velocity u. Okay, so this one, and as I told that this side one velocity, due to this two velocity it will move this one. So from here to here, this time is called time of flight. So how to calculate this time? At the same time when it is thrown, at the same time if another object is dropped, then this object will directly move down and this object will move in this way. So in this case we will see that this object and this object fall on the ground at the same time, means this time and this time is same. This time is time of flight and that is equal to this time. So if we calculate this time, so then we get the time of flight. Now for this one, practically we will show that if one object is thrown with horizontal velocity and at the same time another object is dropped, then we see that they will touch the ground in the same time. So see, I have taken two coins. This coin I will throw horizontally. So in this way it will move that side, and this one will directly drop. So it will fall directly downwards here. So we have to see whether these two coins will fall on the ground at the same time or not. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Today we will mainly discuss horizontal projectile. Here when the object is kept at a certain height from the ground and it is thrown with certain velocity horizontally, then this is called horizontal projectile. Here we take that this height is h and the velocity that is u. So you have to calculate that trajectory. Path of the projectile means trajectory. This one you have to calculate. So for this one, let us suppose that after time t the object is at p, whose coordinate is x, y. So x means horizontal distance and y is vertical distance. Horizontal distance, here in this side there is constant velocity. So in this case we can write, now horizontal distance is x equal to u into t, because horizontal distance, this distance is traveled by uniform velocity u. So in this case x equal to ut. So from this one we can get t is equal to what? X by u. Now we have to calculate the vertical distance y as it is under gravity. So here we have to apply this formula, s is equal to ut plus half a t square. So here in place of s you have to put y equal to 0 into t. Here u means not u, here u means vertically downwards initial velocity, so that is 0, plus half into a. In place of a you have to write g into t square, or y equal to half g t square. This value you have to put. So it is what? X by u whole square. So that means here we can write g by 2 u square x square, or y equal to, this is constant, g by 2 square. So in place of this one we can write k x square. So this is y. Y is a function of, quadratic function of x, and this is the equation of parabola. So the trajectory is a parabola. Now we calculate the time of flight. Time of flight means the time taken by the projectile from here to here. So in this practically also we have shown that the time taken by the object from here to here is equal to the time taken by another object when it is dropped from here and it travels down h distance. So this time is equal to this time. So time of flight to calculate, we better calculate this one. If we calculate this time, then that is equal to this time. So this time is equal to the time of flight. So now how to calculate? let the time of flight, that time is t, capital T. So here also we have to use that formula, s equal to what? Ut plus half a t square. So here s means total height, h equal to what? U means 0 into t means capital T plus half, in place of a you have to write g, capital T square. Okay, here u means initial velocity in downward direction. So h equal to what? Half gt square, or t square equal to what? T square equal to 2h by g. Therefore t equal to what? Square root of 2h by g. This is the formula for time of flight. Now we will calculate horizontal range. Horizontal range means it is the distance, horizontal distance travelled by the projectile during its time of flight. Means this distance, this is horizontal distance or horizontal range, that is denoted by capital R. As this side, this distance is travelled by uniform motion. So in that case, we can write R equal to uniform velocity means U into time of flight means capital T. So we can write R equal to U into capital T. We have already found out this one, that is root over 2h by g. So this is the formula for horizontal range. Now we calculate the velocity after time t. So after time t, let this object at p, where it will have two components of velocity. One is horizontal component, another is vertical component. Horizontal component always remains constant. So that one we can write Vx equal to u. Now vertical component, this one always it will increase gradually because this is due to accelerated motion. So we can write by using this formula V equal to u plus at. So we can write after time t is vertical component velocity Vy equal to 0 plus a means g into t. So Vy equal to what? Gt. So now you take this one, देखो Vx equal to u, Vy. So you have to calculate the resultant velocity. So resultant velocity, how to calculate? We have to complete the rectangle, and this diagonal, this gives the resultant velocity v. So v equal to square root of vx square plus vy square. So vx square means what? U square plus g square t square. So this is the resultant velocity. Now we take the direction. Suppose it makes beta angle with horizontal direction, that is beta. So from this triangle we can get tan beta equal to what? Tan beta equal to Vy by Vx. Vy by Vx. So Vy equal to what? Gt by u. Therefore beta equal to tan inverse Gt by u. So this gives the resultant velocity at any time t, and this gives the direction. Now we have taken a problem. The problem is here from this height, 490 meter height, one stone is thrown horizontally with velocity 15 meter per second. The question is after how much time it will hit the ground, and when it hits the ground, that time what is velocity or speed, actually speed. So after how much time it will hit the ground means you have to calculate the time of flight. So time of flight t equal to, you know, the formula is square root of 2h by g. So 2 into h means 490 by g 9.8. So this one if you calculate, it is 100. Square root of 100 means 10 seconds. Means after 10 seconds it will hit the ground. Now when it hits the ground, then its velocity. velocity means here question is only speed, means magnitude of the velocity. So V formula square root of u square plus gt square whole square. So u square means 15 square and g 9.8 into 10 whole square. So it's 15 square plus 98 whole square. This one if you calculate, then this is 99.1 meter per second. So today up to this one. If you like this video, then do share, comment and subscribe the channel.